Plaintiff Candy Richards says she paid the defendant to help boost her social media brand, but got shortchanged when he took the post down without asking. She is suing for a refund of $500. Defendant Shad Santiago says when he saw nasty comments coming in on the post, he took it down to be nice.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
You are Candy Richards.
Yes,
You like
the one and only.
The one and only Candy
Yes.
Richards. Yeah. Shad Santiago.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you, Judge Jerry. First of all, Judge Jerry, okay?
You got a lot of gold on you.
Thank you, Jerry. You know, you see the vibe. First of all, Judge Jerry.
Yes.
I have over half a million followers, right? Because I've done like television shows, radio.
We have 4 million TikToks, so get
Fabulous.
moving. You better get moving.
I better catch up on Judge Jerry.
Because I don't have time for this. I'm playing with you. What is this video? What is this video we got?
I'm sure it's something classy.
Something clownish.
Excuse me. You got time? Oh, I'm sorry. What do you do for a living?
What do you mean?
What do you do for a living?
I'm married. Why?
Oh, okay.
He's not married, by the way.
Sweetie, I was engaged. You never were.
His attitude got him single.
Girl, Judge Jerry, she's never been engaged, so it doesn't even matter.
Who
Sweetie,
cares?
why? So why
Okay.
are you
Not
in a ring?
goals.
Okay. Why don't you tell me your side of the story?
I met the defendant almost 10 years ago
Yes.
through a mutual friend at like a dinner party.
Yes.
We instantly hit it off great.
Yeah.
He was nice at the time. Throughout the years, we
I'm
became
nice now.
friends.
Okay.
Sorry, Judge Jerry.
It's ghetto. It's just.
She don't want, I'm ghetto, says the person who was in jail twice. Child, but I'm not playing with her. Listen.
May I continue?
You may continue.
Thank you. So throughout the friendship, it has its ups and downs. He's very rude, Your Honor, at times. He's very verbally abusive. We went out to club hostings together because we do get paid to host parties in Atlanta.
Yes.
And he is a little bit more popping than me, I will say that, because, you know, he's just over the top. So I was incarcerated. So in that time, yeah, I know it's so hard to believe.
Why were you incarcerated?
I hit a very rough patch in my life, and I did have a DUI,
Yes.
and I had 2, and I was incarcerated for some time.
Yes.
I got out, got back on my feet, and here I am, fabulous as always.
Yes.
But so when I did get out, me and Shad, you know, normally we meet up to eat, which I'm always paying for, and he does make a lot of money, but he's very cheap.
Girl, tell me I'm cheap. Girl, you are lying. Jerry, you see the drip. I'm nobody's cheap. She's lying.
So we did go out to eat to our favorite restaurant, and of course I paid. And so I told him, I said, Shad, my page had gotten hacked. You know, I need to get my social media platform back up because that's how I make money.
Yes.
And I would need some help. He said, oh, I got you. You know, I'm not gonna charge you what I charge everybody else. I said, cool. So he charged me $500.
When she initially asked me to pay me, right, I told her no, it was cool. She said, no, I insist, I'll pay you $500. I said, cool. I normally charge like $1,500, right, for a post.
What would you get for that $500?
$500 gave you 24 hours a post on his Instagram story. If you don't know how Instagram works, you have stories that you post. I'm sure you know, you got Instagram, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah. So
Wait,
yeah,
I have Instagram, don't I?
You
Yes,
do?
you do, Judge.
I follow you, Jerry. You need to follow me back.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Do I have
do.
a lot of Instagram?
Yes, you're doing well, Judge.
I've just been told I have 328,000 followers.
Oh wow, so I need you to post me,
you're doing
Jerry.
well, Judge.
You're doing great.
Let's try to get up to 330, so come on, kid.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So you wanted him to put up your story and your picture, I assume?
On his Instagram.
On his Instagram?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So he posted up, and after 24 hours, it automatically deletes.
Okay.
So that's what you're paying for.
You paid him $500 to put your story and your picture up on his Instagram.
Yes.
Because he's got a lot of followers, and that would help you then get more, etc. Got it.
So I have a brand. My brand is called Steve Rich Collection, and also I asked to put my picture up there to go. It goes hand in hand.
Yes.
So he posts the post. I assume. The next day, I go to check, and I still see that it's not up, and it's in the morning, and at the butt crack of dawn, he is up before
At the what?
Butt crack of dawn, he is up before he
That's
even.
pretty early, I assume.
It's gotta be early.
Yeah.
It's early. It's early.
Normally, I'd be wiped out.
Before he even wakes up, they realize he even has legs in the morning. He's on Instagram. So when I see that there's no post, I'm like, What's good?
She called me at like 7 a.m. talking about I'll be on Instagram. Clearly she was, because she called my phone at 7 a.m. talking about, oh my God, I took the post down. And I'm thinking, girl, what, is this an emergency? No, so I hung up the phone.
I see where it's a post, but I see where it says it was removed. So that means he removed the post.
After how long?
After maybe an hour, if that.
Why do you think he took it down after an hour? What did he tell you when you called him and said, hey, how come it's down?
I don't even care why he did it.
But
that's
he
not
did
what
it.
he was paid to do.
Yeah.
So when I called him, he was like, sweetie, it's too early, and hung up in my face. And he's like, I said, he's very rude. And so then he sends a voice message because he doesn't like to text. Everything has to be a voice message. Well, sweetie, I took it down because they was going in on you. And as your friend, I removed it. I was
What do you
like,
mean? They were making comments about it?
yes, they were making rude comments saying my
rude.
butt was fake. And Jerry's nothing about me fake, not even my hair.
Yeah. Okay. They were making comments about your butt?
Yes. And Jerry, I'm a petite girl.
Well, what was the picture? Oh.
Yes.
She looks good.
Well,
I
I'll
look
tell
great,
you.
sweetie.
I'll tell you what. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. And he said that they were making fun of me, saying my butt had dents and holes. I mean, I'm a woman, it's natural. Yes, I'm gonna have a little bit of cellulite, but that I don't care. I don't give a fat baby's tail what they said about the picture. So just, I paid you, keep it up there.
When I made the post, they were going in. They were saying that her butt looked like it was done at the car wash. Her tattoo was done at the pawn shop. So I took it down, right? I called her back and told her what they were saying. I told her I was going to repost it, but her attitude was stank, and I'm not reposting it.
Did he give you your money back?
He told me he wasn't paying me a dime, and I would have to fight him for it.
Look, if she wants the money back, Jerry, she better call COVID relief because she's not getting it from me.
Okay. So
See ya.
she better call
ghetto.
She better call
relief.
COVID relief, okay, and ask
Okay,
them.
so she gave you $500 to post her thing for 24 hours.
Yes.
Do you post for people often? I mean,
Yeah,
is it,
yeah.
oh,
I charged for promotion, but I wasn't going to charge her because, like I said,
Okay.
she's my friend. Well, she was my friend. After today,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Kick rocks.
Jerry,
Okay.
I'm not arguing with nobody who has a sweater dress on in the summer. It's not even up for
And I'm not
discussion.
arguing
Good
anyone who
night.
thinks they're Michael
Good night,
Jackson.
sweater dress. Bye,
Okay.
girl.
Have you removed posts before from people who give you money to put them up?
Yeah, but see, I remove posts for reasons, like literally like to spare their feelings, but I would like repost and like turn the comments off. That's what I was gonna do, repost and turn the comments off. But
Okay,
she called
so
me.
you weren't going to turn it off permanently. You
Yeah,
just
I took it down and I was gonna repost it because I was trying to spare her
and say
feelings.
no comments.
Yeah, but before I got a chance to do it, she called me like going off. It was a thing.
Okay. Here's how I see it. You paid $500 for it to be up for 24 hours. So
Yes.
you were entitled to have it up for 24 hours. You are entitled, because it's your Instagram,
Thank you.
to take it down for whatever reason you want. However, if you take it down, even though you took it down for what you thought were good
Was helping
reasons,
her, right.
and you wanted to help her or whatever, or somehow you just didn't want to be connected with those kind of comments, you took it down. But if you take it down, which you have every right to do, you have to give her her money back.
Oh,
Period.
yeah, I know.
That's how it
But
works.
you don't see her attitude. It's just
Well, I know. Look,
uncouth, repugnant. I'm sick of
And
her.
it's giving very much ghetto on this
Good
end,
day.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Says the person who was in jail twice. Stop it.
Okay,
sis.
say something else.
Bye, jailbird. Anyway, keep going, Judge Jeremy.
Okay.
Let's talk about what's under the
No,
hairline.
this is good.
We
This is-
can,
this-
sis. We can. Let's
Take the turban off, Jerry. He doesn't even have a
Let's
hairline.
talk about those cheap earrings.
He
sis.
doesn't
Stop.
have a
And babe, I
hairline.
definitely have
His
hairline, girl.
Rolex
You can
is
look at
fake.
it. Girl, now
He doesn't have a hairline.
Now you are playing, sis. Okay.
He
now you're
doesn't
playing.
have a hairline.
Look at your cheap braces and your makeup too
All
light.
right, all
Stop
right,
playing
all
me.
right.
You paid $500 for something you didn't receive, and yet you have every right to take it off because it's yours.
Right.
You have to pay her back the $500.
Okay, COVID
and so
relief.
therefore, I fine for the plaintiff the sum of $500.
COVID relief. You won't get it from me, so you better cancel. Look,
Well,
cancel
whatever.
Christmas,
Run
baby. See
me
you
my
in
check,
court again.
sweetie.
Bye, sis.
He was paid for a service and didn't render it the way he was supposed to.
Bye, bye, birdie.
I'm still getting it.
Bye, bye, birdie. Yes, it'd be from a man, not me, not this man. Catch you on the flip side, auntie. Bye, you tried it. Good night.
He's ghetto and he's
No,
childish, so
you're ghetto, and so was that lace back. Bye, ho. Stop playing.
whatever.
Plaintiff James Turner Jr. says he and his father can't stop arguing now that he has moved back home. The emotional distress is unbearable. He's suing for $5,000. Defendant James Turner Sr. is sick and tired of the plaintiff's attitude and thinks he needs to grow up. He is countersuing his son for $2,060 for moving and rental costs.
Son suing father.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I can see the resemblance, although you are more on top. Why are you suing your dad?
He's just a giant pain in my behind. You know.
Have you gone to a proctologist?
No, I haven't. When I was younger, we were very close, like two peas in a pod. Even into my teens, I wanted to go everywhere with him. I wanted to always be with him. And when I started getting older, I started forming my own ideas and opinions, and it just seemed like we didn't get along as much and fought more.
And you think a remedy is taking him to court?
I think we need to figure something out with each other, because the fighting between each other is just awful. He's real picky. You know, when COVID happened and started getting real bad, they lived in Cleveland and they had these awful neighbors. They moved to Garfield Heights.
Yes.
So, you know, I decided to come back. It's a bigger house. I decided to come back to help. My father's disabled. My mom works full time.
So you moved in with him?
Yes.
Whose idea was that?
My mom and me, in a combined effort, talked about it together. And
so you needed a place to stay?
Not so much. I came back to be helpful.
He arrived, but the helpful didn't.
Were you happy that he came initially?
Initially, of course.
Okay, you love your son, and son's coming to help dad out. Now what happened?
Okay, you know, I can't say I'm doing the dishes and I help around the house. I'll wash and dry, and I might forget like one fork. Well, he'll make sure to let me know about it, but then it spirals, and he'll bring up stuff from my past I did years ago and who I was a long time ago, and you know, I did some things I wasn't proud of when I was younger. Yeah. And it always get into that, and I even sent in a video with some kind of dialogue so you get an idea.
Well, let's take a look at the video.
You're not going to destroy my property, and I replaced that microwave too. It doesn't matter. See, look, this is him. I'm downstairs minding my own, and he came to the steps and assaulted me with words again.
Trying to call your mother.
He came over here and threatened to break my PlayStation that, you know, I saved up for, so.
All right. I couldn't tell a lot from that video, but in other words, you were arguing about something, he was picking on you. If that was something you just didn't want to have to deal with, and let's say it was going on day after day after day, then why didn't you just leave?
You know, he doesn't tell you, though, that he blasts his TV real loud late at night. His bedroom is right above where the wife and I sleep.
It's below you.
I call and say, hey, can you turn it down? I can't even hear the TV in my own room. And
it gets turned down right away.
And it turns into a screaming match, you know. It's like, anytime you ask him to do anything, you never know what, you know, mood of young James you're going to get. He leaves wet towels around the bathtub, doesn't pick those up. He takes
That's simply not
dirty
true.
dishes and puts them in the sink, but he doesn't empty the stuff in the dishes out. So I ask him, hey, you need to do this. Well, how many more times are you going to tell me that? Well, until you start doing it, and I don't have to tell you. You know, you want to be a grown-ass man, then act like a grown-ass man.
How long have you lived there?
A year now, about.
When did it start turning south?
I mean, we've kind of, ever since I've been an adult, kind of had like this combative relationship. I mean, Your Honor, I came back to
Why
help.
are you still living there?
I love my father. I want to have a better relationship with my father. I love him.
How does suing him make the relationship
maybe we can
better?
get some type of mediation or help to, like, you know, there's something has to happen.
Going to counselors makes sense.
He refuses to do those sort of things. I was in rehab at one point.
Well, it's certainly better than going to court.
It's not only that, like, Your Honor, I bring groceries into the house, but since I used a food stamp card, to him it doesn't count because I didn't pay in cash, and, like, you know, things like that. I always get tossed aside no matter what I do. I can't do anything.
You're suing your dad for emotional distress.
Yes. Which I feel I have anxiety. I take medicine. My health has been the worst it's ever been the past year. I've been in the hospital numerous times.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm not making fun of that at all. But there are cures available to you immediately. If it's this, then remove yourself from the situation. And it's not like you're not able to move yourself from it, because you said you came there to help. You're obviously not helping, and I'm not saying that's all your fault. I'm not picking sides on who's right. I'm just saying you guys can't get along. Why on earth are you living together? And you're arguing over something There are real issues in the world. Doing the dishes isn't one of them.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
one of the things that he doesn't let you know is we actually moved to a bigger house to help accommodate his moving in with us. Not to mention the fact that he doesn't pay any utility bills.
Okay.
That's not.
And we pay more in our a bigger mortgage now. than
This
what
is
we-
your countersuit.
Yes, right. And this doesn't even get into
Well, here's the thing.
driving the cars, not paying for them, not putting gas in
This
the
is
car.
a man on heavy
maintenance,
medication
repair.
who can't remember what he did an hour ago.
Okay.
He still judges me as if I was 17 and 18, Your Honor, and I am not that person anymore.
Okay, so I say to you, kind of like what I said to him, you decided to move into a bigger house.
To help accommodate.
You didn't have to do that. And now you're suing him because it's costing you more. What am I missing here?
My mother
I
bought-
think any citizen you would pick up off the street and sit him on this bench and listen to a father and son arguing over this stuff, suing each other, not over life-threatening issues. This is the smallest of small claims. You guys need a timeout. You're only hurting a family member when you sue a family member. You understand that? If you won this suit, you're taking money from your dad. And if you won your suit, you're taking money from your son. Is that going to solve the problem? How does that restore love and caring? You moved in to help your dad. Suing him doesn't help. And you want the son that you love, which I totally understand, you're not helping him by suing him. You seem like nice guys, you know, and you're going to be bald one day.
Oh man, doesn't it skip a generation?
Nah, you better. But yeah, I can tell you both love each other. I have people appear before me and I say, whoa, it's best that they never see each other again. It's so bad. This is not that kind of a case. Really, it's a father-son. And so, for your sake, suit and countersuit dismissed.
I feel the ruling was fair. I understand what Jerry was saying, and I don't want to take money from him. I want to have a better relationship. I love my father. It's just you fight like cats and dogs, and like mentally, it's just so exhausting. I didn't know what else to do, but I love my father.